Breaking news here on the No Value Podcast. Today is the day Sharran Srivatsaa, president of Real, has stepped aside and moved into a role on the board of directors. This came as really shocking breaking news to us here on the pod as three of his biggest fans. And we were breaking it down in this conversation because, what does this mean for the future of the company? What does this mean for the future of the real estate industry? As Sharran has quickly become one of the darlings of the industry and has allowed Real to become one of the darlings of the industry. So we break it down in this conversation today with some real live coverage of what happened. Cranenberg just texted me.
Who?
Catherine Cranenberg. And she said...
Amazon just bought England.
Just bought Real.
No, worse. She said Sharran stepping down.
Whoa.
So I'm trying to hop because Real Connect was just on. So I was trying to hop into this.
When I originally came to Real, we had this super big dream, and everyone believed that we were going to do it. But someone had to step up. And I accepted the challenge for growth, knowing that the only way this would happen at lightning speed was if someone crazy would go all in. And as my wife says, someone with no off switch. And the crazy part, it worked. Against all odds, in the worst real estate market in 3 decades, we built the fastest growing publicly traded real estate brokerage in the world. Now, just look at what we've done stats-wise. We've grown to over 26,000 plus agents, faster than any brokerage since we went public. We expanded across all 50 states and 4 Canadian provinces. We got 300 to 400% growth across all the metrics ever. With over $1 billion in revenue and $1 billion unicorn valuation. I think we paid over hundreds of millions of dollars in commissions. We granted hundreds of millions of dollars and in stock awards and more in revenue share. And the list goes on. It's just insane. We crushed it. And the momentum is unreal right now because of you. But here is where it hit me. So last month, I was with 20 of the top CEOs and leaders of real estate companies in North America, the who's who of the industry. And a few of them came up to me and said something that I didn't expect. They called us the darling of the industry. The darling of the industry. That's when I realized something. I realized that the flywheel of we is greater than me had kicked in. Which is why I'm transitioning from my day-to-day role at Real and stepping into an even bigger role, a bigger role as an advisor to the company on Real's board of directors. And no, I'm not leaving to join any other real estate company. It's bittersweet, but I made this decision with total confidence. Confidence in you, confidence in Real, confidence in our leadership team, and confidence in our future. Here's the crazy part. The real estate industry is transforming insanely fast. And I believe that this is the perfect time for me to step up and work for you, to help shape our next move, to be your voice on Real's board of directors. So over the next few months, I will be working closely with our agents and our leadership for a smooth transition. And just so we're clear, Real's leadership has never been stronger. We are so fortunate to have the best people, the best vision, and honestly, the best culture to support our agents for so many years to come. So let me ask you this. Why do you think they called us the darling of real estate? First, it was not because of our size. It was not because of our model. It was not because of our technology. It truly was because of our humanity. And that is something that we should never lose. So don't worry, I will continue to dominate your social feeds, and of course, I will see you in person at Rise. It's been the honor of my life to support you, to challenge you, to serve you, and my favorite, to work for you. Thank you for showing me what it truly means to work hard and be kind. I love you so much.
What? This was so unexpected.
I hate it. And the thing I hate that I'm scared about is that there was no plan. Like, what I'm hoping is that this is part of a master plan. Like some insane executive came available and they said, hey, let's do this. Let's put this insane executive here and move Sharran over to make room. That's my hope.
But who would be that executive besides Sharran?
I have no idea.
I just think there's been nobody that I've ever seen across any real estate company, but in general, just in companies in general, that is so involved on a day-to-day basis with the true growth of the company and the actual like increase in production from the agents and trainings and whatnot. I mean, he's everywhere, and I know it's a huge amount of time, but I don't know how you replace that. I mean, I think a lot of the growth that we've had and the momentum we have is because of what he's done, and he's made it so easy for us to grow as a company because of his skill set and his knowledge base. And now that seems to be gone. I know he's on the board of directors, but to me, that's like disremoved from the company almost.
Literally, what we were just talking about Jeff Bezos earlier. Like it's a passive role.
Right.
This is a passive role. There's no other way to put it. I mean, obviously, more is going to come out. I would, if I was betting, there is a master plan. I do think something bigger is coming. Maybe an acquisition is coming that we were just talking about that we don't know. Maybe they partner with someone big and someone else might join that role. But yeah, that's crazy.
It takes the wind. It takes the wind right out of my sails.
I know, dude.
I am like, you guys know, I am the biggest Sharran fan in the universe, and I am like, just. And every time anyone was like, "Oh, how long you think you stick around?" I was like, we are riding this wave, and that's the thing that gets me is like the wave hasn't crested, like. Every earnings call is just insanely good. We have such insane momentum, and then all of a sudden, it's like, I'm out.
And he just seemed a little emotional. It just seemed like, I don't know. It didn't seem fully.
I see three possible scenarios.
Okay.
Number one, this is a master plan. Right? This is a calculated master plan involving our entire executive team, knowing that there's an opportunity to do something. That's number one. That's also my preferred method in my mind. Okay. Number two, it's a familial reason. He is worn the fuck out because he has been on grind mode for 2.5 years, flying every day somewhere else.
I think that's probably the driving force behind all of this.
That's number
Which
two.
I can't fault him for, to be honest with you.
And then the third other likely scenario in my head is that he got an opportunity he couldn't refuse from somewhere else to do something. I don't know what that is.
But I mean, he wouldn't have. He said in the video though that
he said no other real estate company.
He did say no other real estate company.
So, and again, like if
it's respectable.
I mean, I can't even if Amazon comes, or if Mark Zuckerberg knocks on your door and said, "I'll give you a blank check." Bye, real. See you later. Like, so I get it. If those are the only three scenarios I can possibly imagine, though.
Dude, you're right. I think honestly, I think scenario 2 and 3 are more likely than scenario 1.
I do too, which is what I'm scared about.
Yeah. I think this doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense because when we had the event in January in Springfield, he had the whole year laid out for real.
Yeah.
With events and plans. The whole year, he told us there, like, this is, I have about like 290 events or something he was doing for real, speaking and all that stuff. And there was no energy or indication that it seemed that he was stepping down or he knew this was coming. So it seems like it could have been a new thing. And then also, you were at the event last week.
I was with him 7 days ago.
That's what I'm saying.
To the minute. And he had zero indication that anything was amiss.
It's got to be some third company that just came in and said, "Here's a blank checkbook. You don't have to travel anywhere."
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, people sit on the board of directors because they're doing other things, not because you're involved in the day-to-day basis of a company.
Exactly.
I'm hopeful that Tamir is the brainchild behind this whole thing. He put Sharran in the role of being the president.
He
identified him, crushed it with that hire. I'm hopeful that they have a game plan. I don't think...
I'm going to call it right now.
hold on. I don't think Sharran. I think Sharran truly loves the company. I don't think he would leave the company and just let it fall to shambles. I think, he's got a lot of equity stake in it too. I feel like they must have some type of game plan, but it just feels very uneasy right now.
It does. What if...
Wow.
I'm going to make this call. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
All right, you guys got to lighten up a little bit. We're going to be fine. All right?
We're
going to be fine.
It's a little disheartening, that's all.
It's fine. We'll be fine. What if...
Gary Keller comes over.
What condition? Shave the freaking mustache, bro. No, what if they get Anthony Lamacchia? They buy... they buy...
Honestly, dude, I said this
downgrade, but...
Well, no, I would say Anthony Lamacchia is not at the same level as Sharran. I think they're up there. Like, they're neck and neck for just complete, absolute, lunatics, high energy, super, super smart, super savvy. I think he would be, if I'm Tamir, that's probably the first person I'm looking at saying, we'll buy Lamacchia Realty, your president.
Yeah. I don't think it works.
But I don't think it works that way. But
what if they promote from within? What if someone like Tim Macy gets in that role?
No way.
Or like
Tim's incredibly smart, but he's not tactical like Sharran is. Tim he's a big brainchild behind the agent recruiting, but from an actual tactical presentation standpoint, think about how good Justin's presentation is now. That is directly related to Sharran.
Just think about. I'm just throwing names out there, right? But think about it this way: you can't think replace Sharran at the same level. I think that dream is dead, in my opinion. There's no one who is going to replace Sharran.
No.
Look at Leo Pereira at EXPCO. I love him. He's great. But energy-wise, he's not Sharran. And he was kind of like the best pick that EXP could have made when they chose him. So I don't know.
I'm working my sources over here.
See if we can get us something for the pod. It'd be great.
I got to leave in 15 minutes for my 3 o'clock, but I want to know as much as I can.
Fuck your 3 o'clock.
Exactly. Yeah, this is breaking news, bro. We're talking
I just want to go sit at Capitol Grill and drink martinis.
For real. I'm depressed.
I'm kind of depressed too.
No.
I just love what Sharran did for the company so much, honestly.
This feels like we got to get our shit together now. Let's go. There's no, you know what I mean? We cannot, whatever happens next, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be turned out.
I'm hopeful, but I hope Sharran, when he sits on the board of directors, he's not so disremoved where he doesn't provide some really good value to the company. I think some of the stuff from a tactical standpoint that he's provided has improved my business so much, just from a conversational standpoint, that you can never replace. Nobody else comes up with that besides Sharran. I think he was, I don't want to say nobody else, but he was the pinnacle of the one that was the driving force behind changing the conversation and giving you actual content to use right away. And I think it's hard to replace.
Absolutely.
And I hope he's still, more involved in a typical board of directors role.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
So according to a reliable source, I asked the question, am I correct in assuming this is a big surprise and happened out of nowhere? And the response was, somewhat, yes. So he got poached.
100%.
Yeah, 100% got poached.
By who?
Yeah.
Could be anything, bro. Could be any company. They saw him, bro. He literally is the reason why we just catapulted. And yeah. We'll be all right.
I feel like we're just got into momentum here, and it's just feels like the rug just got pulled off. Us.
I really don't. I don't think so. Right. I think if we are one one culture, I think this is a time to step up for everybody. We just have to step up. Whatever that look, we don't know even what that looks like yet. But there's no. We still the whole platform is still the same, right? Maybe the leadership the voice is not the same right now, but the platform, the value provided to the agents, our business, our lives are better. Nothing changes. So I don't know. I think we just have to embrace
The
that.
we is bigger than me, right?
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you something. This is when I start to look at it practically and take my emotion out of it. We have over doubled our agent count, almost tripled our agent count in the last
3 years, right?
Well, in the last year. I'm talking here in
Yeah.
Rhode Island alone.
Mm-hmm.
We've almost tripled our agent count in the last year. I would argue that 75 to 80% of those agents
Don't
even know who Sharran is.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So it's true. At the end of the day, what we have, what we offer, what we do, and who we are collectively is more important than anything else. But it's derailing when, my Lord and Savior steps aside.
And I think just from like a visionary standpoint, like he was so in the weeds, and I think it's part of the reason he's probably burnt out on top of it. So if he got a good offer, I don't blame him for leaving. But to me, it's just like he was such a valuable resource personally, just from like a growth standpoint to get better content and a better understanding of how pitching presentations, and that to lose that, I think, is a big crush. But
Yeah.
So this source also, I said, he got poached, didn't he? God bless him. And he questioned it. I said, there's got to be another big opportunity somewhere, just maybe not in real estate. And their opinion was, I think most of it is that he's roasted from his pace. And I believe that.
I believe
he's
that,
been absolutely grinding his face off.
Inhumane to do what he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to think about it this way, right? We go to 2 events a week. We're not presenting. You're just at the event networking.
Well, his energy level.
And you're fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
He's getting on stage for 3 hours, then sitting at the event, talking to agents for another 2 hours. And he's doing that 5 times a week, sometimes 6 times a week. It's a lot.
And then going home, going to his kid's soccer game.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot. And at some point, you got to say, my health is more important,
Oh man, I don't know. I just wish it didn't. It slowed down, but it's all. I hate that the momentum is lost. I think that's
it feels.
I just don't think so. I really don't. I don't think we're going to lose any momentum.
I just
mark my words. Right now, I'm saying we are going to lose 0 momentum.
Here's
where
what
are the? Where? Sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
but where are they going to go? Like, where else would you go? Right?
It's just. It feels like a lot of the momentum was derived from Sharran being such a presence and people having the confidence to come here saying, I'm going to follow that guy. Mm-hmm. Because I think that, to me, I came to Real with Sharran didn't exist at Real. Then Sharran came to Real, and I was like, holy, this guy gets it. And ever since then, it's been a whirlwind. It's been a completely different ride than when I got here without Sharran.
That's just insane.
That's what I'm worried about.
Bro, last week, he was so on. He was so on. He was so himself. I didn't even tell you guys this. I meant to text you something funny about it. So when I first got to the event, he was walking around in the crowd and people, whatever. He sought me out. He legit sought me out because I saw him out of the corner of my eye, and he came running to me, gave me a hug, and was like, yo, all I hear is great things about what you're doing in Connecticut and Rhode Island. He's like, I don't know what it is, but just keep going, bro. Everyone loves it. Everyone's so happy.
I love it.
He's like, thank you for doing that. And I'm like,
hell yeah,
I fucking love you.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And for the rest of the event, I was just like on cloud 9 because it's like, wow, the guy gets it. He recognized what I'm doing when he shouldn't even know my name, you know? But, oh man, that's why I'm so how do you replace a leader like that? It's so difficult.
You don't. I don't think you replace a leader like that. I think you just his legacy is going to be there. He did what he did so far, and I don't think that's going away. I think our culture of humanity first and work hard, be kind. He embraced that, and he kind of just infiltrated into all of us. And we do have the same attitude, and I don't think that goes away now. Right. So I think we just embrace the next stage, whatever that is. We're going into the next new phase, but I think we're going to have the same attitude that we've had. And I think in Sharran fashion, I think we just got to double down right now. I don't know what the fuck that means, but we have to just double whatever we're doing that is working. How can we do more of it?
Yeah.
How can we just go even harder right now? Because here's what's going to happen. Everyone's going to start talking about this right away. Right?
Of course.
And this is the time for us to step up, whatever that looks like.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The markets haven't reacted yet. So
No, that's what I right now.
I mean, the markets didn't react when we turned $1 billion. So it's, you know.
Our market cap's under $1 billion right now. Yeah.
Good.
wow.
That was not the news I was expecting this to hear when I was sitting here.
And that's why we're talking, he's on the phone. I'm like, why the fuck is
he got like real serious for a second. I was like, something. I didn't think it was like this serious, but I was like,
Yeah.
there's something else he had going on.
Yeah.
And that was not the news I was hoping to hear. I thought it was gonna be like something exciting that was you're like really focused on to tell us.
All right. I mean,
I think that's a wrap for.
I think that's a wrap. Breaking.
So there you have it. Sharran Srivatsaa steps down as real president. As you can tell, it's a little bit of an emotional feeling for us here in this studio as our leader for the last 2.5 years or so. Sharran means a lot to us personally, professionally, and we're excited for him and whatever venture he needs to take on, or just the fact that he might need a little bit of a break from the grind that he's been on for so long. We are confident he will stay with us at Real and help us get to the next level. But as you can tell, a little bit of emotion here today, and we are looking forward, though, to helping shape what Real looks like now and into the future.